So when it comes to buzzbait fishing, everybody knows that a buzzbait never sounds as good straight out of the pack as it does after you've thrown it a long time, you broke it in. There's a lot of different methods, ideas people have on how to break in a buzzbait, but I'm gonna show you the easiest one, quickest one, and most effective. The reason for breaking in a buzzbait is because it gets more squeak to it, sounds better, the blade spins more freely, it's just easier to throw. So what a lot of people don't realize, they know when you spin it a long time, it sounds better. But the reason for that being is that the holes on the blade are much, much bigger than the wire on the buzzbait. That's why a really light wire buzzbait actually sounds better, but you don't want a light wire buzzbait most of the time because you're throwing it on braid around heavy cover and you'll end up breaking that wire. So my greenfish one has a heavy wire, but to make it sound a little bit better, what you need to do, you need the holes on the blade to be bigger, because then that gives it some wobble, some squeak, just makes it sound a little better, spin a little more freely. So rather than putting it on that fan or whatever, I'm gonna show you how to break it in real quick. All you need, just need a drill bit. This is about a 5/64 bit, but it can vary depending on what buzzbait you're doing this with, the size of the wire. All you're trying to do is make the holes a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right, so most buzzbaits come with this L bend here. So the first thing you need to do to tune this buzzbait to get it sounding better is take this blade off. So just take this and straighten it out. Real easy, you straighten it out and take this little clevis off here. It's off. Just pull that off there, put it to the side, pull the blade off. So I got my blade now. And this is pretty easy. I recommend using pliers so you don't drill your hands. But first of all, flatten these two to 90 degrees from the blade. They always are made a little crooked, so I just straighten them out about 90 degrees. The top and bottom, that one's pretty good. All right, so then grab your blade with pliers. Take your drill bit here. And all I'm doing is just making this hole bigger. You're just wallowing it out, that's all you're doing. Just making that hole much bigger, do both sides the same way. So you don't actually really have to drill it out. You just kind of wallow it around to make the holes bigger. You can tell how much bigger they are. So once you do that, pretty simple. You take your buzzbait and put it back together. Put it back together, put this little clevis on here. Put that back on. Bend your L bend back into it. You don't want to make this too tight. You want to try to do it where it was factory made. So bend that back. And then the last thing you have to do is you want that squeak. So take this clevis here and use your cutters on your pliers and just dent it. And all that does is keep it from spinning. So I put these two indentions here. So now it can't spin. So you got this squeak from this flat point of the blade on the flat point of that, and you got the walled out, so you got a little play in it. So that's all you have to do to make your buzzbait sound like it's worn out, been spun out the window for 4 hours in front of a fan, however people normally do it. It took me 10 seconds. I've got it sounding like a good broken buzzbait, catch more fish and sound better as it comes back.